Hey, y'all. So it's been a while since I've posted a video for my YouTube, but I wanted to get on here and share with you all a very, very important message. The story that I'm going to tell isn't as important as the message is. So, the first thing, sorry, I just woke up, so my face looks a little smushed together and dry. But the first thing I want to say is that know yourself, pay attention to your body and the signs that it gives you, and be responsive. Don't ignore things. All right, so why do I say that? So I am prone to getting tonsil stones. Now, I have a pretty good dental hygiene. As you can see, my teeth are really nice. My son and I, we go and get our teeth cleaned twice a year. I brush my teeth twice a day. Unless I'm like being crazy at nighttime sometimes, I'm not going front. But generally speaking, I brush my teeth twice a day. I don't eat a lot of crap food overall. At least I've kind of moved away from that. I do eat things like pretzels, popcorn. This will be relevant in the story in a second. Pretzels, popcorn, green vegetables, things of that sort, right? I like that kind of stuff. So, and I eat candy, like chocolates and sweet type candies. Generally speaking, my breath is very neutral, and I typically, only time my breath really has any kind of odor to it, I guess I'll say, is once I first finish working out, and if I am, and I have a lot of protein drinks, and I am, dehydrated or hungry or something, I can smell it in my breath. I don't know if other people can smell it, but I definitely can smell it. So with that said, I had noticed the past few days that my breath was smelling a little off. And so I kept brushing my teeth and rinsing my mouth out, and it was smelling a little off. I do not generally use mouthwash all the time outside of putting it in my dental floss and flossing with it. So, but using it just to gargle daily, I don't gargle daily. So that actually makes me more prone to get tonsil stones. And that's what this is all about. The conversation I'm going to share in the story is about tonsil stones, but the overall is about knowing your body, taking care of yourself, and being responsive. Now, you all hear me sniffling and things like that. I have the worst allergies in the world, okay? I am always congested for the most part, or most times. When the seasons change, I'm affected by it. Like literally, COVID symptoms is what I have, and it's just allergies. I've been tested for COVID, everything, and it's always come up just allergies. It was worse than the time that I actually did have COVID. So with that said, that means I have a lot of debris and backwash and different things dripping from post-nasal drip that's happening down into the back of my throat. So what happens is I get tonsil stones. And tonsil stones is like debris of like bacterias, food, dead skin cells, not skin cells. All these things just mixing together, right? And it forms this calcification, or it goes through a calcification process and forms this calcified cluster in the back of your throat. Now, I generally don't even have bumps on my tongue or anything unless I'm getting sick or I'm having really bad allergy situations, or I get tonsil stones. So I'll show you on my tongue. It's crazy to say, but I'm gonna show it to you. Sorry. The white stuff is from brushing my teeth just now and drinking, the flushing my mouth out. But let me show you. And you see I have a cluster back there, which generally happens when I have my system is kind of fighting things off. So almost like an immune response for me. But with that said, I had a huge kidney stone in the back. I'm not kidney stone. Goodness gracious. Thank goodness no kidney stones. A huge tonsil stone in the back of my throat, and I could not clear it out. And I'm always like, what's causing this? What did I eat? I had popcorn at the movie on Friday. This has been going on for a few days. I eat a lot of vegetables, as far as salads are concerned. I have been doing a lot of protein drinks, and some of my protein drinks don't break down or aren't fully soluble, some of the items in it. So, for that reason, or a health drink, I should say, because it's protein with other things in it. But for that reason, it tends to cause this calcification to happen in the back of my throat. Now, as you all have seen on other pictures and things that I've shared, like my throat has been fully inflamed with not, I guess it is kind of like tonsillitis, but I didn't need to have my tonsils removed. I just had to wait for it to pass. But that's happened to me quite a few times. I'm probably a perfect candidate for having my tonsils removed. Just giving that everything that I go through with my allergies and so forth. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of attitude I have towards it. So I'm not trying to go in no surgery in my mouth like that. Okay. So anyway, moving on. So I get these tonsil stones and they are very irritating. I can feel them in the back of my throat and I don't ignore them. Like one time a few years ago, I was like, what is going on? So I looked it up and found out that it was tonsil stones. The reason why I looked it up is because when it passed, it was a pretty big mass in my mouth that came out. So what I've been doing to help with the tonsil stones is I rinse my mouth out a lot. When it's back there, I will take my hand and my toothbrush and scrub back there. Like, yes, I put it back there and choke myself out. But, like, take it, scrub back there. Because, it's, like, in the corners. It gets stuck in, like, the pockets and corners of between your throat and your mouth. And so I'd scrub back there and try to get it all out. I gargle, like basically choking myself, like let the water sit in the back of your throat so that you can really let it kind of wash itself out. And you just have to wait for it to pass. But you'll notice in the process of doing that, you'll start spitting up like blood and like different mucus inside of your spit. And it's my sinuses draining, my bacteria, whatever it is back here draining out, like all these things draining out. Basically, look it up if you want to see what the clusters look like. Oops, sorry y'all. When some people tend to they don't address it and just kind of let it sit. It's harmless in most cases, so you can just leave it alone and let it pass when it passed. But it is also a sign of other illnesses in your body. So it's important that you pay attention to your body and that you pay attention to what's going on. So for me, I know that the season's changing. I know my allergies have been affecting me. So I know that it's a sign of like, hey, Drea, your body is getting down, and you may be experiencing sinus infection soon. So start getting on top of it now. That's what I use it for. But still, I want to show you all what it looks like. So when you're brushing your teeth in the morning or rinsing your mouth out, or like if you notice that your breath is just, I don't know how some people just don't notice that their breath stinks. But I notice it. Maybe because my breath doesn't stink all the time, I notice it. But if you notice that, if you have bacteria build up in your teeth, plaque or whatnot, please clean that stuff. Let me just say that first and foremost. This ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but please clean it. You should not be walking around with gunk on your teeth. It's a sign of bad hygiene. It's a sign that you aren't taking care of your health. All it takes is a little piece of floss. If it's been there for a long time, yes, it will stick to the tooth and it's hard to get off. So you will have to go to a dentist to have it cleaned off. But please do that. I know everybody don't have great insurance. I know everybody can't go to the dentist all the time. But at least once a year, make an effort to go to the dentist, get that cleaned off. And once you get it cleaned off, continue to keep your teeth clean, okay? It's very important. Your teeth is an extremely important portion of your hygiene. Your teeth will, I guess, your gum line, quickest way to your brain, right? Send bacteria up there. You don't want to do that. You don't want to infect the rest of your body by not managing your simple thing as your dental hygiene. And I'm not saying be perfect with it because nobody's perfect. I'm not even perfect with dental. As I said, some nights I don't brush. But I try to because I don't like my breath stinking. I don't like my teeth looking gunky or anything like that. So highly encourage you all to take care of your dental hygiene. But the main part of the story I was getting to was the tonsil stone. So I'm going to show you all what it looks like because it falls out if you wash your mouth out enough with either like apple cider vinegar, non-alcoholic mouthwash, or salt and water. Just keep gargling. You'll start seeing little pieces of blood and saliva, different things like that coming out. Just ignore that and keep gargling, because the more you do it, the more it will come out. And it literally feels like something is stuck in the back of your throat, okay? That feeling, when you feel that, that's not normal. Your throat should feel clear. If you feel that, that's because you probably have tonsil stones. So I'm going to show you all what the tonsil stone look like. Let me see if I can get my camera the right angle. So that's what, dropped water. That's what a tonsil stone looks like. Let's see if I can zoom into it. Okay. It just looks like a cluster of things thrown together, like some chewed up food. And that's essentially what it is. It's a cluster of bacteria, skin, dead cells, and food all mixed together. And I can tell you, I probably have more than one, because I still feel my postnasal drip, but then I feel the congestion a little bit, like it's just a little bit left back there. But sorry, y'all. My breath. You can smell your own breath, okay? Simple like that. My breath smells great. The thing when it comes out of your mouth smells horrible. Let me just say that. It has a very foul smell to it. So it's important that if you notice something is off, it could be like just a slight scent change in your body. And women down low too. Because some things you don't have to be sexually active. You don't have to be promiscuous or anything like that for bacteria and things like that to be off in your body. It just naturally happens sometimes. With that said, I just wanted to point out, my hair is looking so crazy right now. I just wanted to point out and show you all what the tonsil stone looks like, how you can manage if you get something like that in your mouth, and then also just leave you with the most important message. You get one body here upon this earth. It is your job to care for it. It is your job to love on it. It is your job to make sure that it is in its best state possible, right? And so that means taking care of your health. That means taking care of not just your physical, but your mental health, because your mental health can play a role into all of this having issues too, right? But also your physical health. And that doesn't mean just going to the gym and working out. There are plenty of people who go to the gym and work out who have bad body hygiene. I know, because I've run behind this man at the gym who smells horrible. But bad body hygiene that smells like a bunch of bacteria on your body. Or have not just bad body hygiene, but not just odor, I'm sorry, but also like not taking care of the teeth and things of that sort. Like, yes, you can get by on having a great looking body, but eventually all of those things catch up with you down the line when it comes to your health. So I encourage you all to please take time out to stop and pay attention. Listen, your body speaks to you. Take the time to hear it. Take the time to make sure that you are in the best standard of self that you can be. And that is all I leave y'all with. And as I always say, continue to be a positive influence on the world, a positive influence on those around you. Continue to be a positive impact, so that there's so many bad things going on in the world. Be the good thing that happens in this world today. That's all I have. I love y'all. Take care.